Mark, congratulations on your first win at Madison Square Garden.
Thank you.
Your bench delivered again. You had 29 solid minutes from Hami. He knocked down some free throws tonight, and he looked aggressive pretty much right from the start.
Yeah, I mean, those guys, we obviously got off to a slow start, and those guys came in again and changed the game for us. You know, they really amped it up, and then we carried that through the rest of the game. But Hami was really good. I'm really happy for him. He's home. And he really played well tonight. But the thing I think about, he's a third-year player. He's had a lot of ups and downs. He's had injuries. He's had, a lot of nights where he's probably staring at the ceiling. And it's just a reminder, development's not linear. He's somebody that's weathered storms, and, he just, to his credit, he's been professional, and he's just stayed consistent. And, he has a night like tonight because of the cumulative effect of all those experiences and the way that he's handled them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman.
Yeah, Mark, Shea had not been shooting it great much this year. He was outstanding tonight. The rest of his game seemed pretty good all along. Were you ever worried about, was he pressing too much, or was he, whatever might be the problem?
I think a lot's new for him, even though he's, been in the league for a couple of years and obviously played a lot, but this is a new role and it's a new responsibility. He's carrying a heavier load than he's ever carried on both ends of the floor. And, there's a smoothing process, I think, for that, in terms of when to be aggressive, when to facilitate, when to organize. And I thought tonight he just had an unbelievable balance. I mean, he played with great pace. He controlled the game, took what the defense gave him. He just kind of blended into the game to the tune of, however many points he had. So I think the shootings are reflected that too, Barry. Like he's taking good ones for the most part. Tonight he took good ones again. We believe they'll fall. He puts the work in.
Paris Lawson with OKCThunder.com.
Hey, Coach, I kind of wanted to follow up on that first question from Steve. This is the second straight game where you guys have gotten off to a slow start, but managed to come out with a win. What does that say about your team? What do you like from what you're seeing from your group on that end?
I mean, just the readiness to pick each other up. It's that simple. Not only Hami tonight, but Cameron Williams goes in there, gave us a big time lift in New Orleans and again tonight. I thought I give Roby credit because, I told him earlier today he wasn't going to be in the rotation, but to stay ready and, it takes till the fourth quarter for him to enter the game. He went in there and spotted us, 3 or 4 really good minutes. That group held serve. And, Teo, I think, is just quietly getting better and better. Poku, those guys they went in there and did a great job for us tonight.
Joe Masato with the Oklahoman.
Hey, Mark, I just wanted to follow up on the first question. What is it like for you to just coach Hami on a night-to-night basis? Because I know his final line doesn't always look like this, but that sort of like energy and, getting his own misses and, some of those effort plays are usually there. So what is it like to just have that sort of consistency from him?
Well, the thing that, he hasn't always been this consistent of a player. That's taken time. It takes time for every player to become more and more consistent. And Hami's still got a ways to go. But what he has been consistent in from day one that's been very impressive is even as a young man, he's been extremely professional and he's an extremely hard worker, extremely reliable. He hits the process. He's the same guy every day. He's self-reflective. He's willing to put the work in. And so then when his game starts to smooth out and he becomes more consistent, and then he kind of pops on a night like tonight, it's more fun to see because I've been able to see a lot of the invisible work that he does and a lot of the process that he's kept up over the last 3 years with us. So I think it's a good lesson for him. And I think, it's a good lesson for everybody in relation to development.
Nick Gallo with Thunder Broadcasting.
Mark, before the game, you said defensively it was going to require kind of 5 guys tied on a string to hold them to 89 points, 35% shooting. What did you see in the execution of that tonight?
Yeah, we did. I mean, we definitely did that. I thought we did a great job, not only with the game plan, but carrying over some of the things we learned from the New Orleans game, because in that game, it took a minute for us to kind of find that 5-man defense against New Orleans. And I thought we got to it a lot sooner tonight and really came in with a high level of focus, from the jump. So, I was pleased with the way we did that.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman.
Yeah, Mark, Lou was up to his normal tricks on defense tonight. R.J. Barrett had a miserable night. What was Lou and your entire defense doing to really throw Barrett off his game?
Yeah, I mean, with Barrett, Randall, those guys especially, they require a team defense because they're really aggressive drivers, and they really like to play in space. And so I thought the whole team did a good job on it. And Lou does his deal. He's got an unbelievable will on that end of the floor. He's physical. He's got great feet. I thought he had his chest on that guy all night tonight. And, we did a really good job around him with creating a crowd and really making those guys uncomfortable in a lot of possessions.
Jerry Ramsey with the Franchise.
A lot of first for you tonight. First win in Madison Square Garden. First Coaches Challenge win for you. But in that Coaches Challenge, Muscala gets banged up a little bit. I know this is instant gratification, but any update at all on Mike?
He's just really sore. He got hit in he had a rib thing that happened, I think a couple weeks ago. I don't know what the timing was, but he literally got hit in the exact same spot. So if you're thinking about, if you have a bruise and then all of a sudden you take kind of a blunt hit to that bruise before it's completely healed, that's what he experienced, on his ribs. So I don't know. I don't have an immediate update, but I know he was in a lot of pain. He's a tough guy. He takes a lot of hits. So for him to walk off the way he did, I mean, he was feeling it.
All right. Thanks, guys.